So, welcome to Open Minds, Open Mic, the place to be on a Friday night. We have a special delight. CP Maze will be our feature. I'm gonna start us off with something though. It's inspired by CP Maze. I've been starting to write. I want to write more, and I've been wanting to do music for a long time. I actually wanted to do music, but I didn't have, being poor kid growing up, I didn't have the equipment or like studio access and all that, right? So I just decided to write poetry instead, right? Because this is pencil and pen is cheap, right? But yeah, so I was watching this TED Talk, and the lady's just like, if you want to do something, just do it. Just go for it. Don't sit there and think about it. Just go for it. If it's bad, it's bad. You'll learn, right? So Wednesday, I woke up, I hit my text to speech, and I busted a freestyle, specifically, with channeling CP Maze's energy a bit, right? And I brought it in a Band Lab, which is an app. They got an app for that now. Brought it in a Band Lab, laid down the vocal track, made a beat, threw in some sound effects. It's just one verse and a hook. I then generated some really nice artwork for it, brought it into my video editing software, made like a little visual to go along with it. But yeah, I'd like to share that with you guys. And it's called Sci-Fi Shadow Boxing.
Whenever I'm pissed off and start fighting, my arms inspire lightning to strike and withdraw. I split jaws like an atom being ripped up, explode like them big bombs, collapse your ass like them big stars going supernova. Blast a hole through space-time like some sort of intergalactic soldier. Laser blasting, hashtag blaze the captain. Fictional, mystical beast mode. Flexibility of my keystrokes ain't weak, though I see bone just to see him leak from every beta piece of the ozone. Bleach the beaches of your home planet. Damn it, I landed in a new dimension. The tension never higher like some sort of atomic pliers. Release it with the dope-ass pile driver. I'm liver than the rest. Wires from my chest control my every breath. Leaving nothing left, digest the best. Rhymes must be blessed. You think you wanna test a marijuana infused alien to bruise, tearing through anything he can chew like lemon cakes. I'm too baked, a snake wrapped around what's happening now. This freestyle I wrote down, ignite some pronouns, eat the last found in your hometown. Might as well go for broke now. I just choked on the last sound. This is sci-fi shadow boxing. No need for locks when we token something potent, leaving your windows broken.
Yo!
That's dope.
But that's
Yo,
like,
That's
Terrific.
That's
A hell of a way to brush the dust off, man.
right? Yeah, so I just figured go for it, right?
Got
Even if it
smoked
comes
today.
out bad, And I think for my first try, it didn't come out all that bad. I might
Yeah, if
turn
I
it
can
into a
smoke
whole
today,
song.
that was awesome.
It was.
If I can
It
smoke
was,
too.
it was dope. It was dope.
Right. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this intro read out, and we can get the man himself up here on camera. So this man has opened our minds with brute force and amazement. His performances are electrifying. Zeus himself would shiver when CP delivers his words. A Houston, Texas native, Charles Daniel Perry Jr. has a story worthy of history books. After serving 5 years in the United States Marine Corps, he emerged a decorated sergeant with a heart full of muse, a mind storm of Marine Corps memories, and an artistic repertoire as well trained and mature as the Marines smoldering inside. Artistically known as CP Maze, his honesty, identity, and creativity have been encoded with that of an outlaw. With his rankings of 3rd and 4th in the world for performance poetry speaking for themselves, With his stylistics alone, he remains crafting creative masterpieces, seeking to inspire in ways that might expand the realm of expression. He sprawled creative energy into music, photography, painting, graphic design, and theater, enthusiastically cultivating any interest he might find. Anything and everything an artist can indulge, he encouraged. Currently a student in the University of Houston's creative writing program, Maze is determined to leave our world better than we were given it. Let's all unmute for a moment and give a big open minds welcome to tonight's feature.
Yeah.
CP, man. So excited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. It's all you.
So a couple things, I guess, to let you know about me. Like there's this, I think it was a Marine Corps saying, like the author is unknown. And I think it goes something like, today, the devil whispered in my ear, you're not strong enough to withstand the storm. Today, I whispered in the devil's ear, I am the storm. Like, I feel like we're all of these storms, you know, like, fuck it, let's go. So yeah, I promise y'all for this feature, if you do it with me, I'll do it for you. I'm gonna open myself up. I'm not gonna do some rehearsed shit. I'm just gonna let it go. So if y'all wanna just let it go with me, like we can come together and just make magic. If that's cool, let's say like, yeah, word. The first poem is called Loaded Dice. I'm not the one. Last year, I was voted most likely not to succeed with second chances. Currently, I hold the world's record for most failed attempts at saying, I love you when it counts. I catered all the Merlot, manna, and mustard seeds for the final farewell party Jesus threw at his last supper. Hey, never ask angels auctioning off your prayers if they were just bored and needed something else to do. Last night, I caught a glimmering glimpse of a suicidal firefly flicking off its own light switch and cried. Can't explain why in my second past life, I was first to throw Yeshua a baby shower, but I did. Can't explain why he got kicked out of heaven. Maybe hell just knew Satan needed a second job. Can't explain why turning water into wine turned wise men into winos. Maybe Jesus was just being a little too fucking flashy. I'm a gambling, going all in. God's got a gut feeling. I'm not playing by the house rules anymore. I'm gonna drop a coin inside my slot machine, y'all, and yank that lever knowing that I brought thunderstorms with me. A poker face player playing with a pair of loaded dice for odds. I'm a misplaced safe bet. Hey, miracle, call me. Y'all, I've been raising money for folk who can't afford to go to heaven as if Christ forgot what it cost him to get there. I'ma make no mistake, sultry, sexy, top shelf, expensive liquid pour of a river Styx in a dirty wine glass. A firefly full off a fifth of lighter fluid, getting drunk in a lighthouse with the lights out. Say I ain't. A missing teeth midnight hummingbird's gospel prayer sung in a lisp that the Lord can't understand. A sunset sitting silently next to several saints in the nosebleed section, searching for God I am. Telling marginal from margin to margin, make no mistake, I'm a monster made out of saliva, snake venom spits. Mouth of a madman with the madman's mouth-to-mouth madness of a mind, matching Gandhi's grits. No, my graceful exit sign smile sleeps comfortably underneath the bottom of God's untied shoes. No, I doubt Daddy didn't know we missed our pearly gate curfew because Christ confiscated All our fake IDs. No, 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 point me to the closest Walmart. I heard Let's Make America Great Again. It's coming with rollback prices. No, 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 point me to slave trades, whips, slave ships, slave chains, and that middle passage that made America great from the jump. Mr. Trump, I can rival a rival on arrival. With Jesus, a Bible, as my only two American idols, I keep in my rifle. Last time, y'all, I left worth with self-worth. I left Earth. And Sunday brunch came back with skeleton bones as a snack. Open minds, open mic. Last night, I caught a glimmering glimpse of a suicidal firefly licking off its own light switch and cried. Awesomeness.
Ooh, that shit gave me goosebumps, man.
Hey,
Yeah.
man.
Wow.
Say,
Thank y'all. And yo, make
Damn.
noise, like if y'all feel the need to wow out or make noise, like jump, catch convulsions, like let me know so I'll know like we're getting down with the get down.
We getting down with the
say,
get
man,
down for sure.
you getting out in there, we can get there. You
Yeah,
didn't
man, we
getting that
getting-
business at midnight.
Oh man.
Okay, so
Man, you a trip, man.
I got a special treat. Give me 15 seconds. I'll be right back. Okay, so this next poem, I have, like, I'm blessed with the opportunity to have someone really, really special in my life. And she's a singer, she's a poet, she's been a bartender, a bar back, a waitress, a sultry song singer. Like I got everything in one person. So I'm gonna pull her in with me and let's see if we can make some magic happen. If that's cool, say already.
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 Bring her.
Yeah. What's her name so we can all give her a proper welcome?
Oh, Black Swan.
Black Swan, welcome to Open Mind.
Yeah. Welcome.
Black Swan.
What it do, Miss Swan?
Much respect.
Thank you. Thank you. Cigarettes for breakfast, tall boy for lunch, Jack Daniels for dinner. It still ain't enough.
I got a closet in my pocket,
Stomach
full of wine, never-ending cyclone,
You scraping up
my
my
eyes.
eyes. Nothing seems
Nothing
to matter.
seems to matter.
No one keeps me full.
Untied knots in my stomach. I'm tired of playing cool. Just give me a confirmation.
Don't paint me a pretty lie. Just give me one reason to not want to die. Oh, love.
Oh, love.
Oh, love.
I'll break.
Don't be.
I'll break all of your
so
rules.
cruel. Oh,
Oh, Lord,
love.
given a chance,
Oh, love. I'll
break
break all
of your rules of your rules. You split a blunt with your pinky nail, filled it with my most memorable face plants and a lot of weed. Held hands with all of the mistakes I made. And you got so stoned, you heard Hendrix and the wind cry Mary. Y'all, I never fell in and out of love. I belly flopped and cannonballed into it. You, with your Kid Icarus orgasms, solar flare, I tried big bangs and fell from the sky. Make no mistake before you ground me. Moon, madness, metaphors, and made men made me a motherfucking Martian. Made my missing rib the skeleton key. Virgin angels slip out of their chastity belts for. Made me always slide condoms over my karma, so when she comes by to fuck me over, I'd always be safe. Stage fright your lipstick across my crowd surf collarbone and stick the landing. I'm so sorry, so sore here. Massage therapy mouth, unzip your jeans and manipulate my gravity. Never picking up her phone on the first 3 rings because Father, Son, and Holy Ghost, they prank call too much. Ceiling fans spun from underneath the top of our prescription bottle and dared our cross country to breathe, as if Lady Liberty slipped off her lingerie just to take shots of bourbon from her garter belt. Americana, we all were weirdos without a guest list, guilty of crashing any pity party that we could find, always asking for angels to cliff jump off into her jeans as if her Molotov mouth wasn't made from 2 parts I don't give a damn, as if the last part wasn't part of me as I kissed the sky, as if all her riot gear gods weren't sponsored by bartenders and bar stools, Jack Daniels and John the Baptist, Jose Cuervo and a juvenile Jesus Christ, as if her maker's Mark Bourbon breath didn't believe that she would one day be the holder of holy water as a kid, as if always asking hardworking angels if end of the year Christmas bonuses were making prayers meet were worth it, or were the heavens heavy taxes were worth the worry, whether Thursday's grins were on furlough from karma, making it through hump day without birth control. If you leave, the birthmarks above my collarbone will hang themselves from Adam's apple, as if hunger was the free will, as if fig leaves were the curfew, as if bright ideas kept cliches off chains, as if porch lights still stayed on, as if our lights lived in light bulbs, y'all, if spinning around our wine bottles as if they were fucking lighthouses, as if our love didn't look like it came in waves crashing down, as if our skin wasn't as for sure as pardon me while I kissed the sky, as if our insecurity wasn't fluent in speaking pillow talk, as if she wasn't as gorgeous as an alcoholic asking a bartender for another goddamn drink, as if the jukebox didn't go juke joint Jimi Hendrix. Excuse me while I kiss the sky, as if please pardon us while we kiss the sky, as if our need of Ambien. Y'all know if you're depressed and can't sleep. Ambilify and alibi parades, as if their royalty wasn't as if they were gateway gods, as if our pills weren't homecoming queens, as if they weren't crowning charismas of all the Prince Charmings I personally knew that stood up on floats found on heroin, as if blushing tiaras didn't hide themselves, as if storybook endings aren't all in rehab, as if fairy godmothers and their princesses went all powdering their noses with Snow White. Cigarettes for breakfast, a tall boy for lunch, Jack Daniels for dinner. It still ain't enough, y'all. I got a closet in my pocket, a stomach full of wives, a never-ending cyclone. You're scraping up my eyes. Nothing seems to matter. No one keeps me full. Untie knots in my stomach. I'm tired of playing cool. Just give me a confirmation.
Don't paint
me a pretty lie.
Just give me one
reason not want to die. Oh, love,
Oh, love,
don't be
I'll be so cruel.
so cruel.
Oh,
Oh,
love,
love,
oh, love,
oh, love, I'll break all your rules. I promise you, I will break all your rules.
Ooh, that was amazing. Black Swan, what that voice, a little bit about vibrato in
that
there.
collab
Like,
was
Jesus, thank you, too. Wow.
That was,
Say,
man,
oh
buddy.
man. Oh, that
Say,
is
buddy.
taking you
Black
through Hump Day
Swan.
without best control.
Yeah.
That
That was my favorite bartender.
was beautiful. And beautiful voice. Beautiful voice as well. Oh, just amazing.
I just love being creative. Like I feel as if,
All right, back out.
yeah, thank you, babe. I feel as if, like, let's say me and Thomas, we're gonna get on an instrumental, right? And we're gonna build something. I feel as if Thomas is dope in his own right. And if I'm okay in my own right, y'all, when we collaborate with other artists and like this think tank and what we have here in Open Minds, Open Mic, like we create something higher than we can create as individuals. Because if not, like, then I'm wasting your time as an artist, you know? And I love like all the art y'all create, like the comedians and everything. So I get so fed that when I'm done, I feel like, fuck, they raised the bar. You know what I'm saying? Like they raised the bar and now I got to raise the bar. So thank y'all for following with me. I got 2 more poems in this first set. Yeah, let's have some fun. If y'all ready, say already.
Already. Already, buddy.
Already, baby.
Okay. So New Testament, Newer Testament, Book of Gang Signs. My teacher tripped out on the poems. I think she hated me. So let's go. My brainstorms were savage, toothless, ruthless, vagrants with very bad temper tantrums. A neverland of nevermind. You can never silence the saliva on an I won't choke back words or bite my tongues, telling the hands of God that Christians are repping their denomination so hard that they're now throwing up gang signs in God's names. Flocks of congregations are loading up their pistols with proverbs, pointing fingers like plow, plow, plow. If the books in the Bible were neighborhood street blocks, no, when the saints came marching in, they came in slanging communion like crack rock. Y'all, all of the holy rollers are street hustlers. Judas is a jump boy, jacking chalices for any Last Supper table, for any 30 pieces of silver he could find. Apocalypse is fresh off parole, looking to kill any and all revelations that are caught hanging out their Bible books hood after dark. Adam and Eve are a bunch of habitual criminals, bouncing bad checks that the Garden of Eden can't quite cover. Good and evil's tree of knowledge is a sophomore in college, double majoring in human resources and political silence, minoring in political science. Some souls, y'all, just need saving. And I'll be damned if Daniel ain't shooting up heroin in the lion's den again. A mover and shaker, Moses is moving weed bundles upon bundles about burning bush by the pound, moving mountains upon mountains of Mount Sinai crack, pounding Red Sea, slanging kilos of cocaine, baking soda cut. Whoever said Mary Magdalene was some harlot, hooker, whore, or prostitute probably never noticed in the Last Supper she was the fiery redhead sitting at the right hand of the Son of God. Oh, Mary, Mother of Jesus, Mother Mary, Mary, the Blessed Virgin. She's a high school hallway substitute teacher, teaching safe sex education, issuing immaculate conceptions, contraceptives. Y'all, fidgety, restless, antsy hallelujahs have been waiting to get into a club called Noah's Ark. There's no entry fee, no cover charge. Feel free to coat check your halos at the door with the cute coat check girl named Karma. John the Baptist is so dumped a body down by the river gangster that the streets nicknamed him Holy Water. The 12 disciples are an in and out of jail, street smart bunch of gangbangers with bachelor degrees, scholars from the School of Hard Knocks, scholars who are classically trained in the liberal arts of the dope fiend and fluently speaks junkie. The 12 disciple street scholars, they have enough soldier's discipline to break bread with peace, or go all in off in an all-out gangsters war where no one, even your kids, ain't safe. Adam and Eve are enjoying apple martinis at a happy hour in the hood. Psalms is parking lot pimping hoes right out of their hallelujahs. Samson and Delilah are fighting over elbow room in a taxi. Book of Genesis just sent a Valentine's to the Big Bang Theory. Signed, sincerely yours, Vine, Vide, Vice. P.S. Look, Lord, take a week off. Look like you could use some rest.
Hoobah.
That was dope.
Yeah.
Just like having fun,
To be
having
fluent
fun.
and junkie.
Take
Wow.
it
Yeah.
off. Looks like you need some rest. Ooh.
Word.
Say, CP,
Thank you. That was
you just confirmed what I've been saying for the past 6 years. I'm actually writing my thesis in it because I'm going to I'm going to seminary school. I'm writing my thesis on why I believe Jesus was a gangster. And so, yeah, man, thank you for confirming some things that I've been. So now I know I'm not the old off. I know there's other people who think like me, so I'm not crazy. And I thank you for confirming it for me. Thank you. I need that poem right there.
Hey, Mr. Throwdog.
Yes.
Any chance you might consider doing a short story at a next open mic where you expound on your belief of Jesus was a gangster? Because I'm very intrigued and I'd love for you to school us.
I mean, I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I could do it in a short story presentation. I mean, I could try, but I will.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Challenge yourself.
I will.
Step
I got
out of
no
your
problem.
comfort zone, you know?
Yeah, so
Yeah,
next week we're actually featuring E. Cole. So E. Cole, yeah, if you want to whip up a little something for that for next Friday, man, that would be dope. I
Man,
think we
I
all
give
want to
y'all-
hear that.
Man, I give y'all whatever you want, man. You know how, man, open minds, man, I fuck with y'all the long way. So y'all ask me for it, I'm gonna get it.
Like I'm taking a page from Mattie, like this piece. It's weird. Ride with me and let's just have fun. And this is how I'm gonna close out the first set. If that's cool, say already.
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 Eardrum echoes, last dance kisses, and goosebump breath. Your solar scented skin slips and slides across my should've, would've beens like back flipping fingers, all fickle flick. And I dare you to find me or forget me again. I'm not here. But then again, you've never been all there. So sell me a smooth lie I can curl up with in the corners of your mouth. Swing at every insecurity hurled and falls back and fastball at you and projected towards you. For you've never been the one to play games, but you're damn sure good at walling up wallow and winning anyways. That's why curtain calls, voicemail miracles in your name. Our imaginations hump dayed each other into the backwash of a brunch Thursday. We planted our conversations inside the fields of each other's irises, getting to the bottom of each other's beautiful, squaring up each other's roots, while watering down colorful margaritas with our top shelf self. I lost myself in you. Told heartbeat to tell my inner voice to beat the life out of my eardrum with an if I don't make it back to me before this night's over, I'll throw caution against the patiently and smell your sweat back to me. I don't know who you were in your past life, but I could tell by the way you shoot me shotgun looks. You've killed many a love's maybes with the moon before. Y'all, you know how there's something special, right, about being in a foreign city that allows you to become a kid again. Your mouth is that foreign city that allows all my lovesick to become a kid again. I stacked and saved up all of my mistakes in past relationships just so I could afford to not make the same mistakes with your skin. If I gave up the fight or flight back to my sober self, sling shoot me down with the whisper and remind me to try again. Golden chairs, buckled bath wash. Muted moments screamed for our deepest secrets to be heard by anyone but ourselves. Honesty left silkworm condoms on the I don't understand nightstand with the note that read, "Thanks for the smooth ride. Sincerely yours, your rocky times." Watercolor brushsicles fell up from the ground. Can I lay by your side and wrap whispers around the symphony of your rib cage? I want to sleep with the lights on in your conscience. Could you see the I'm yours in my hellos? Senses all sheet music when I'm around you. Linen, listen to me. Lay paradise down in the parade of passion, floating waves across vain streets of loneliness. We've both fucked our way across burning bridges before. So this time shouldn't be as difficult as your down-trodden, upbeat, crooked, long, bow-legged orgasm that never learned to shoot straight or narrow anyways. I want nothing more than to grasp at the God-given ghost haunting your hip bones, but that can only happen if you learn to let go of your past and hold on to me. And by me, I mean now. And by now, I mean love. I don't want to wait for shallow waters to run deep. Oh, swift kick chinny chin chin above your pre-tops. I know your alarm clocks are made out of recycled human beings, falling in and out of love, not making a sound. Y'all tis the season of salt shakers. And save your wounds for the thrift stores that were born wanting to live here. We should never try to perfect the double-decker of chessboard checkered front yard suburban lawns. Somewhere, y'all, someday soon, it's gonna fucking explode. Tourist tickle, I miss you. I miss the tender of your skin between your left hand fingers holding mine. I never kissed the guitar riff as smooth as 3 forevers and 2 fuck yeahs crying in the rain. backwards, forwards, guitar progression of fire licks, and I can't read palms, but best believe, baby, I've studied the cracktastic baby dolls and yours. The sky looks pissed. The raindrops are tossing up graduation hats into the cloudy horizon of the future's bright and its shores. I can smell the limit to your love across the careless truth or dare that's become my fucking name. Have you ever seen a whisper fall in slow motion? Have you ever read a smile that's only been considered a foreign language? Your wrists are out of place caterpillars that crawl across to save me from hitting the road to nowhere again. Or hitting the brick wall of your I can't afford to let you in close to me. And that's okay, baby. It really is. It's really the only reason I stayed up so late last night in my prison, stitching together all of the dirty laundry we both acquired. I used the tattered, battered bed sheets and bleach-worn hearts to rip sleeves and climb out of the window, or why not just stay filthy? I want to run through fresh-cut grass and weed bowls and drink lover's spit until liquor stores open, lewd and crass, sensual and organic, obscene and salacious, Crayola purple silence, a Jesus drink special you've become. We both laugh like hip bones, like hallelujah, like hippie hypocrisy, as we contemplated the silliness of the word mistletoe, and how it sounds like a deadly walk. We pressed the red buttons, answered our cell phones, and smoked spoke singles into the carbon silk of night. These eyes are wondering why in the hell your thighs are wasting my precious time. Your mortal mouth makes angels butterfly envious, hoping tadpoles dance in the premature ways of skipping away from no difficult questions like, let the sensitive skin behind your knees determine who pays for dinner tonight. Table talk, I want to love to go Dutch on the charge card dream and sign the receipt. Whoever in the hell you want me to be. Hand woven scars, glass zipper liquids into the impossible of you. While an autumn of apple martinis make up their mind to prom night themselves into the perfume cologne festival of fingernails and moonshine. Too late to turn back, too much passion to turn down the sheet music. Confession. Tomorrow has always been 1 second away. Confession. Your collarbone has been nominated for a religious doctrine. Confession. Your kind of surreal shouldn't be accepted in any Adam's apple quarter flaw. Unwrap my teeth and allow me to be any light switch in your home. I promise you hugs until fears go down easy. Drive ashtrays through wine bottles until my baby sounds like a good enough rest stop for me to sleep in. You're a water, lily dew, aircraft bubble bath across airbags, always betting on the right now. You're a stay with me until you're in all I need. You're a let's not parking lot. You're a let's Tokyo drift donuts around halos. Fortunes, an overpriced fishbowl prescription with a sunflower for astigmatism. Instead, can we just focus on each other's goddamn I love your natural language tongue when the distance goes hitchhiker sundown, some heartbeats across my cross-country cheekbones. Our lives went half on the gas. The epic dawn drove seatbelts across backstroking faith. Drove seatbelts across to find any other good reason, y'all, to doubt this moment. Living sounds like a pretty good place for us to hang our always scared on. It ain't perfect. Picture puzzles, pieces of skin, just sexual cake batter spoons, hiring any part-time tongue to mop up our floors. Thank y'all.
Woohoo! Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah,
Good
Yeah.
shit, good shit, good shit.
Oh
Thank y'all for
man,
riding
you
with
good.
me.
you
All
a
of you.
trip, man. You a trip.
And I'm sober. I'm sober, y'all. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Yeah,
I'm sober.
yeah, buddy, sober life, man. I
Oh
think I'm on
man,
like day 21 now or
that
something
was
like that.
amazing, man. That was
I
amazing. Like
I forgot.
the pictures you paint, man. Like, let's Tokyo drift donuts around halos. Woo! Like that image, like that image is crazy. Like I could just see it around, like in my head, like Tokyo drift around halo.
Right?
Because
It's
you'll be
really
creating sparks, right? You'll be creating sparks, and then it's like, it's the halo is already like it's got that flame, and it's a spark, so it's like creating sparks around the halo already. Ooh, all right, CP. Whew.
thank y'all for riding with me. Like I speak, I write weird, and y'all ride with me even in that crazy language, and that really means a lot. I forgot
That's
who
my
I was
kind of
speaking.
weird, man.
My kind of weird.
That's our kind of weird.
Word. I forgot who I was speaking to, but I was like, yo, I'm so excited about the open mic that I forgot I was featuring. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't wait to hear the open mic. So thank y'all. I'll check out the second set. Yo, open mic, like crack your heart open, whip it out, piss everywhere, then put it back in. Let's go. Like, I'm so excited. Let's go.
Amen.
All right. So Lion, it's your first time here.
Yes, sir. By way of
welcome.
Mattie.
Yeah.
Give it up for Mattie, y'all. Give it up for Mattie for
Yeah,
growing this
Mattie.
community.
Yeah.
The
This is my
Queen
friend
Bee.
Lion, everybody.
Definitely.
Yeah. What's up,
What
everybody?
it do, Lion?
Feel free to take yourself off of mute and act lively. All right, everybody. I still see some motherfuckers who need to get off mute, but you know what? We're going to start this show. We're going to start it off by doing a little call and response. All right. When I roar, you say lion.
Lion!
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 Fuck yeah. Hey, I'm gonna go start off this fucking timer over here. So, it's such an honor to be over here, and the timing couldn't be more perfect because my man, our feature was so amazing, and I was taking a look at the lineup, and it looked like I had some time, and the timing couldn't have been more perfect because I was like, yo, I've been horny as fuck all day. I need to touch myself, jerk off, do a little edging just to spirit. I was like, I got some time. Let me that's the beauty of being on a Zoom open mic. You could jerk off and nobody would know the fuck you doing. You could be having sex, you could be doing whatever. Right now, I was like, yo, let me show myself some love. Let me honor myself. Let me get with it. Let me get it for myself. And I was like, yeah, we're going to fucking give it a little 10 minutes. I know I got at least 10 minutes. I wasn't trying to come. I like to edge, but I was just like, we're going to do that. And then this motherfucker's like, yo, Lion. So glad. Well, it would have been really interesting if I had my dick in my hand and then my name gets called up and I'm like, do I continue jerking myself off while I do this stand-up set? DJ.
Hey, hands where we can see him, man. Hands where we can
see. Maybe that would be an experiment to try. Is how funny can I be when I'm jerking myself off?
You can't have a whole bunch of notion in your hand.
Huh?
You can't have one of them thick lotion hands though when you're doing it though. Like, you gotta
Oh,
have to be
hell
smooth.
no.
You
Oh,
know?
hell no. I have water-based lubricant. Only the good shit goes on my cock, okay?
I know
This lion dick deserves the best money can buy. This shit came from Japan. You know, them some freaky ass motherfuckers. They know how to get down. This shit is called Toko Shunga. You know, if you want some real shit, if you want to show yourself love, if you are an agent of self-love, only buy the best for yourself. Yeah.
Amen.
Yeah. Japanese shit, man. Don't fuck around with nothing less. Shit. All right. Yo, we got 2 minutes left. Let's see what else we can fit in here. So give it up if you're into nature, if you're into spending time in nature, you know. Give it up. I can't fucking hear you.
Yeah.
All right, that's better. You know, more of us need to get the fuck out into nature, you know, because I feel like most of the day I feel like I'm losing my mind because, you know, life is just fucking crazy. And then when I accidentally, you know, or like find myself into nature, it's just so therapeutic, you know. We all say that. And I like nature to be, you know, a time where I connect with it and where I'm opening myself up to hear the birds and, you know, the sounds of the nature. But I can't fucking stand being in nature around people who all they want to do is yap, fucking yap. Like, goddamn, bitch. Get with the program, okay? I was walking in nature. I was in Austin. Give it up if y'all ever been to Austin.
No,
Yo.
yes, I have.
Okay,
Austin,
yo.
Texas.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Keep Austin weird.
Hell yeah. Yo, I was on this amazing little hike in Austin, and you know, it was my lucky day. This gorgeous woman comes up behind me. And the only reason she's talking to me is because I got a dog, okay? FYI, a dog is great at like attracting lovers, okay? My timer just went off, so...
Hey, you got a few more minutes, man. Go ahead, man. Keep it running.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Relax here at Open Minds, man.
We hit the fucking jackpot tonight, baby. So this fine woman just like comes up to me, well, comes up behind me. And and starts picking oh yes, you do need a dog. And starts like picking up a conversation because she's got a dog. And her in was, hey, is your dog okay with my dog being off leash? It's like, thank you, Rocket. Thank you, Rocket. Thank you, universe. You know, she had a reason to fucking strike up a conversation with me without me even having to try, you know? Oh my God, praise the Lord. He comes up and, you know, we start to talk and I'm like, okay, you know, she's cool. Not only is she fine as fuck, but she's got a brain, you know, she's got a brain and she's emotionally a sweetheart. And I'm just like, yo, this is a bad bitch right here. And so we continue and I'm like, yeah, okay, it's that time of the hike when we shut the fuck up and we, you know, zen out. Like, you fine, but bitch, I'm here on a purpose, okay? And I'm not trying to be with some partner, lover who's like, we're not ultimately compatible, you know? Like, you gotta know your shit. You gotta know who you are and you gotta honor yourself. And you gotta expect the motherfucking world to honor you, you know? And the world you make is the world you create. You are a product of your environment. All right. So she's just talking.
And I'm like, maybe I'm gonna drop her some hints and be like, you know, not respond as elaborately as I do. And I'm like, yes, no, shut the fuck up, bitch. But no, she just continues talking and talking and talking and talking, and I'm losing my mind. So I'm gonna cut it off right here and be like, yo, next time you in nature, shut the fuck up, please. Please. Yo, who remembers the please? Big Daddy Adam Sandler fans in the house. Hey, yo, just before I step off stage, just one thing. If y'all are into podcasts, I'm the host of a podcast called Get Out of Your Comfort Zone. Because any growth in life only happens when you're outside your comfort zone. So, so if that shit resonates with you, get out of your comfort zone. Yo, look us up on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts,
Ryan,
all
drop
that
the link
shit.
in the chat.
Hey, drop your link
fuck
in
yeah.
chat. I'll add you to the link
yeah.
tree. I'll get your
Fuck
IG
yeah.
on there. We got a link tree going on for all of the Open Minds family, you know what I'm saying? So we can all stay connected and you know what I'm saying, build this community more. And I'm so glad you showed up tonight, man, and welcome to the family.
Yeah.
Thank you for the love. Thank you for the love.
Yeah, man.
Keep it real, motherfuckers.
Lion roar.
One more time for us, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Lion.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
All right, man. Hey, so that was so good to have some comedic relief, you know what I'm saying, after CP Maze's intense performance. So coming up next from overseas, we've got the elder, the wise man, the one carrying the lantern for all poets across the world. Let's all give it up for Lantern Carrier.
Yeah. Lantern Carrier. The one and only.
The one and only.
Hi, guys. I think I'll give you an intro of my piece for Monday night. You can hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, we can.
Dinosaurs. The weight of my burden sits on my shoulders like dinosaurs. My emotions bleed as if grasped by the ferocity of the sharp teeth. And I feel lucky to be alive, knowing that these ancient predators still exist in human form. My mind holds scars as tough as the primordial skin. My thoughts roam the forest like the feet did, seeking refuge from the tornadoes of inequity and abuse that has haunted me in ghettos created by callous souls for my extinction. Day after day, I run into blows concealed, handed to me by prehistoric mammals, the ghost of the dinosaurian ferocity grasping at my ebony skin, tugging with joy at my emotions, choking my breath in broad daylight on streets, or using twisted vines from the ego and dominance of primeval jungles in plain sight. Oh, love, they are no better than dinosaurs, for they still act on the instincts of millennia, the rays of sunshine still hidden in the dim-lit hearts, with empathy and forgiveness foreign to their fossil nature, like those cheering coliseums while men fight an arena of hungry lions. Positive actions are slowly becoming extinct, like this age-old beast, simply because complacency has sat on their laps for too long. For too long, no tree of abundance to yield fruits of love, scarcely an oasis in this arid desert. Corporates of greed and power keep building invisible walls, fight over strategic locations, human labor and natural resources, even while the weak, old, and young vanish as rapidly as ancient reptiles. We then go to church and pray partially, forgetting that we're populated by 8 billion people. Did not the Christ ask us to love our enemies? How can a heart void of impartiality be contrite in prayer? Should we be thinking of the downtrodden and oppressed from other countries? Alas, our stories are as old as dinosaurs, of covering the beams in our own eyes, but finding it in others. If you wish to live, study them. The toxins spewing from their greed, their power camouflage in uniforms made of thorns, their migratory skills that would push you from the center to gentrified areas of the jungle, becoming as obsolete as a brontosaurus. I carry my dreams like the moon does her luminance, swallowing the black sleet of darkness with an awakening light. I paint the shadowy dance of life with the sweetness of burgundy wine and sugarcane juices of the finest blend. How else would I stem the smell of reptilian blood following me for eons? When sunset dimmers, I blend with the glimmering stars, riding on a winter sleigh into the light of spring's orchids and daffodils, carrying the dynamic promises and visions of better tomorrows and rising morns. O kindred spirits, learn to live in a world of dinosaurs, like Mandela, in order to find your way home. That's poem 1. I'll do something short and gentle to finish. Okay, this piece is called The Resonance of Your Love. I saw 10,000 love yous in your cute gaze, even as you kissed my core with the radiant sunshine of your purest smile. For a seeker in love, everything in the Tao is a strand of music, and I heard the flute of my heart's longing, receptive to the resonance of this symphony. The past flew through my memories like joys and sorrows, both needs echoing in the rays of your light. Everything rests in your nameless silence. Time lives in time, Mother Gaia paying homage to the rhapsody of your melodies. You are the light that dwells in the seed of my soul, a shimmering moon concealed in clouds, only to reappear in all your pristine glory. My tears are the womb of your ocean, even as thy tiny vessel soars on the wings of thy fullness. My heart flies as flakes of snow on thy vast haven of supernal light. Lantern Carrier. Thank you.
Yeah, Lantern. Oh, always so graceful and inspiring and just
So nice.
enlightening,
Yeah.
man.
Love the dinosaur one.
Where does
You never
Lantern hail
fail.
from?
He's in London, I believe, right, Lantern? You from London?
Yes, I'm in London, yes.
So it's late there for him, so we
Wow.
always like to let him go first.
Hell
What
yeah.
is-
Thank
what's it there, like
you.
1
Thank you for
a.m.
your
now?
presence.
Thank you.
Hell yeah.
Alright. So Shockie's got to head out soon, so we're gonna go ahead and let her go.
Time to get shot.
Time to get Shockie. So don't Shockie and drive.
Nobody ever can drive.
Don't Shockie and
If you
drive.
driving, pull over. If you plan on driving tonight, don't.
It's too late.
It's too late. Everybody, let's give it up for Shockie G.
Yeah.
You were silly. Are we? We're doing 2 pieces.
Yeah, you can go ahead and do 2.
Okay. So I'll start with a piece I did yesterday. The prompt was to use the word sausage, dungeon, and prison in a poem. All right. Sausage is made from taking all the worst parts of something, grinding them into something more desiring and appealing. Some days I think I am a human sausage, just skin filled with all the worst parts humanity had to offer. 2 parts anxiety, 1 part depression, tablespoon of salt for taste. I like to pretend I was a 4-course meal instead of prison chow, but I try to find beauty in the madness. Like at least someone finds me edible. Shit, some might even call me a snack. But in the dungeon of my mind, I hear an echo say, "You are what you eat." And by the transitive property, that makes me a criminal. I am nothing more than trans fat and sodium. I mean trauma and sadness, which makes me a thief of others' joy. So I am a criminal after all. Pulling triggers in open spaces like a masked gunman, I am a criminal after all. I say lock me up and throw away the key. Prison bars look like grill grates to me. So throw me on the fire, send my misery out in smoke signals, show the world who I really be. All right.
Yo,
Wow,
good.
what a way to take those 3 words and make them insane. Oh my
Right?
God.
Yo, you did that shit justice.
All right, and the second piece is called, it's actually based on an actual talk with my therapist. It's called Positive Self-Talk. My therapist tells me to talk to myself the way I talk to girls I like. I think it's working. I haven't said anything to myself all day. Just keep catching glimpses of myself walking by, put my head down and smile. Tomorrow, maybe I will try to make eye contact and quickly look away. I will get butterflies in my stomach and trip on my way to the mirror. Hope I didn't see it and never say anything until I approach myself and say, I remember when I learned how to walk. I will reply, you know what they say, bitches be tripping. I'll giggle and roll my eyes. And that will be the only conversation we'll ever have. I guess it's working. Maybe my therapist didn't realize that girls I like never like me back. Thank you.
Oh, that was beautiful. Thank you. Wow.
Amazing.
That's why you don't shock and drive, man. All right, so Zomkhonto, we're gonna go ahead and throw you on next because I know you had to head out to another one soon. So everybody, let's give it up for Zomkhonto.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, 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 hey.
Yeah.
Okay, so
dedicated to a daughter of a friend of mine. So it's entitled, this poem was written with feathers in mind. Your father said I should write you a poem with feathers in mind, meant to be stitched together by time into the most beautiful bird the forest could ever find. And the wonderful thing is that you get to choose whatever color this bird might be. Take your time. Because this world loves to choose colors for Black girls, right down to their favorite dress, as if someone chose to second guess if they needed to be blessed, not knowing that the ends of their souls are rainbows and that heaven still uses those ends as ribbons to tie presents for the most well-behaved of angels. Amani. Amani in Arabic means wish. Amani in Swahili means peace. So I wish you peace. And as parents, we always hope that our children do not learn too young why they need peace. But even then, I pray that if the world ever made you search for peace of mind, that you remember to think only of your name and that your mind will recognize its echo and remain calm. Be peaceful. Your father said I should write a poem made of diamond-crusted wings, and to tell you that the worst that you can do is to make eagles go blind when you take to the sky, but that you do not be afraid to fly, because this poem was written with feathers in mind, meant to be stitched together into this most beautiful bird that the forest could ever find. And the wonderful thing is that you get to choose its morning song. Take your time. Because this world loves to choose songs for Black girls, as if their ears cannot make out for themselves the ebony skin of melody, and as if they haven't been the fortune tellers of the greatest dances to ever trap the human body and spirit. I say, create your own music, Amani. Find your dance floor and own it. Become the lyrics to the songs of your own destiny. Amani. Your name means wish in Arabic and peace in Swahili. And as you blow out your 9 candles, I wish your greatest wish the light of day. May your dreams find the peace of mind to come true.
May you shine so bright that light accidentally flows into the world around you, brightening your day and brightening our day. And the second piece, Hotel Rwanda. Those who checked in became goners. Waiters were nothing but thugs from street corners. Bread and breakfast that was poisoned without warning. Cleaners found traces of blood in the morning, sheets soaking with the blood of an innocent tribe that never got to check out. Only a few survived. Those alive lived to tell the tale of how the hotel staff crept in at night and raped all the females. The rooms became jails and beds with sharp nails dug deep into the skin, and at once the lungs failed. After this day, the hotel manager's on bail. The hotel still recording the highest sales of the rooms of manslaughter, Tutsi sons and daughters. The world is full of slow poison. Watch what you order. You might need rest, but avoid Hotel Rwanda, because you might just wake up 6 feet under. Once upon a time, there were Jews and an Aryan race, and they both chose to run and compete for first place. The stadium was pegged with the blue-eyed supporters. Also present was the Gestapo to keep orders. The Jews and the Aryan race took their places. The blue-eyed with a smug look upon their faces saluted the men with the gun like, "Hi, Hitler!" Like them on their backs was a black swastika. The Jews waited for the gun to go off, of course, but couldn't move. They were chained to the Holocaust. So it's obvious they lost, because even if they changed, they would have found sharpshooters waiting at the finish line. So after the race, it was back to the camps and no one asked. Only a guard spoke behind a gas mask. So when you run, watch the man with the gun. He could be Hitler from a race that he's already won. So when you run, watch that man with the gun. He could be Hitler from a race that he's already won. Thank you.
Zomkhonto.
Oh, that is hard. That is-
Zomkhonto.
What?
Ain't never again, my.
Yo, wow, Zomkhonto, man. I always love your performance. It's so captivating, man. It's just the way your words just, so amazing, man. So amazing. I'm so glad you're part of the Open Minds family, man. Whoo, boy. All right, so up next, we got the Magus, Gustav.
Hey.
All
I heard
right.
he wrote a poem today because he couldn't
Hello.
figure out which one to do. So I think he got something new for us.
Yeah, I do have something new. It's really short and it's a work in progress, but I'll do it. It's called Sick Flow. Your words like COVID take my breath away. I jones for your sick flow to make me sway. Maybe crazy, but I like it that way. So don't go now, please stay. I love this poetic disarray. Our words hold off doomsday. And I have another one. I have another one. It's called No Theme Dream, a psychopharmacological grotesque. At first, I'm an astronaut holding your purse. Then I'm a pirate driving a hearse, running down alleys, mysterious smell. Suddenly I find myself rotting in hell. Took too many red pills. I'm crawling on nails. Trust me to do this. It never fails. The top of my head swells like a balloon. If you were to see it, you'd surely swoon. Finding a squid phone, I made a call. Under the ocean, that says it all. Daring to push meat up onto the shore, solo blue cold feet, I wanted more. I'm trying to tell you I overdosed. If I don't come down soon, my brain will be toast. And I have one more, and I have to find it real quick. It's called Mondegreen Nomic. Mondegreen Nomic. Mondegreen is an misunderstood or misinterpreted word or phrase resulted from a mishearing of the lyrics of a song. Nomic poetry consists of meaningful sayings put into verse to aid the memory. There's a bathroom on the right. I will be all right. I will be all right. I will be all right. Excuse me while I kiss this guy. Over spilt milk, do not cry. The girl with colitis goes by. I get high. I get high. I get high. Blinded by the light. Wrapped up like a douche. Another rumor in the night. I'm out of my mind. Yeah, it's out of sight. In a glob of Velveeta, baby. I'm here for the yes, don't want to hear maybe. I've got 2 chickens to paralyze. The child inside you never dies. I travel the world in generic jeans. Everybody's looking for something. See that girl, watch her scream, kicking the dancing queen. Gotta be there, gotta make that scene. Here we are now in containers. Here we are now. Entertain us. We built this city on sausage rolls. I don't buy into traditional gender roles. Hold me closer, Tony Danza, while I write another stanza. A year has passed since I broke my nose. Who can see the emperor's new clothes? This is the dawning of the age of asparagus. The age of asparagus. Asparagus. Thank you.
Yeah, let's give it up for Gustav.
I love that poem so much.
Yeah.
The age of
So
asparagus.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah. You just made my decision what to do tonight. That much more key.
All right, so Sophia's up next. I don't think that you've ever been to open minds. I met you at the Thanksgiving with Shockie, right? Yeah. So everybody here, let's give Sophia a big open-minded welcome. It's her first time here.
Hey.
Sophia.
Welcome. Awesome. Thanks so much. I'm going to read, I have 2 poems and then a set of haikus. They'll be in my book it's going to be announced tomorrow, Chronicles of Cosmic Chaos in the 4th Dimension. So officially announced tomorrow morning. So here we go. The first one's titled Neighborhood Buddhist with Alzheimer's. Not from the heavens, but a sign from above. I spotted him sitting at a wooden bench at the park after reading the Buddhist on death row as he watched on my basketball, taking flight with my right hand to shoot, my left as a guide on a hot streak completing around the world. I thought I was walking on the moon or walking on the sun, wishing for him to be the light to guide me, since still my crossover, unable to fake out the demons lurking, confided my secrets with who I jinxed myself. Asked the question, he replied, never heard of it. Then started staring at my basketball, once bright color like the setting sun, fading away like my spirit now, the grip worn down, no longer can grasp without slipping out of my hands. Therefore, this is not always the teaching of impermanence. He whose name started with H or J, depending on who was addressing him, gave me a choice, invited me to a secret garden, poured soda in a glass with perhaps less soda than ice. Once they told me, smash ice cubes or hold on to them. I knew this would melt, becoming water, slipping through the spaces between my fingers, pondering the problems of the world with a grin with a stranger. I called him a week later and he could no longer remember my name. Thank you. That's poem 1.
Yeah.
He gonna remember it after today.
This is poem 2 in response to poem 1. A savior who couldn't save, in memory of W. Equipped with tarot cards, a priest with bright eyes who tried to intervene to no avail, couldn't light the way out, and now I can barely remember his name, uttered just a few times, almost sacrilegious to do so, seeing him once in a black and white photograph. supposedly smiling. Once a player on the minor league baseball team, buried secrets taken to the grave, I made a promise to myself. I will not end up like him. Still, this life full of strife to carry forward without my self-proclaimed wishing stone I stole from her, composed and carved of an angel, placed it in my pocket of these jeans with a hole, became holy, even though they were not what they started out to be. Without him, without ever seeing a yellow butterfly, yet they were born in my stomach. I shook my head. The answer could have been finite or infinite answers why this occurred. She was 4 before I was born. No, I'm not up in arms about it. But that special day, no longer wishing to witness laughter, I walked the other way. Out of my own 27th birthday party to skip that stone in the lake near the place called home, unable to no longer possess a motionless representation of flight, places in heaven, actually empty spaces. Thank you. And to end on a lighter note, this is titled Haiku Train Railways 3. So it's composed of like 5 haikus. Poetry, ignite my ember, my flame, my fire, never extinguished. Existentialism, maybe the way, live without street signs, spelling out. Energy to moon and back, bursting with the blank possibilities, bodies and bodies, not a hugger, but hold my hands, help me feel safe. Orange circle net, winning time over my mind, sad fades away. No need for balloons. In my mind's eye, I fly far from suffering now. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank
Very,
you.
very cool.
Yeah,
Congrats on your book.
Yeah.
Congrats on your book.
Yeah, congrats on the book.
Yeah,
Thank
I
you.
believe I added her to the link tree, and I think she has a link to her book on there. So if you guys want to purchase it, help support her, go ahead and do that. Okay, so yeah, welcome to Open Minds. Let's all give the Admirable One a big open mind.
Welcome.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hi everybody. So I'm just gonna do old shit, but it's new to some of you. So new, old, new, whatever you want to call it. This piece is called Shattered. All right. Can you hear me fine? Thumbs up, down, good? Okay, cool. Just let it drop and shatter all on the floor into a million pieces where you wouldn't be able to put it back together again if you wanted to. My heart means nothing. It's just a muscle that pumps blood into my soul so that way I can live in this life that we view as a hellhole, because let's face it, paradise is nowhere near. And I thought it was gonna be easier. Having that wall built up high in order for it not to be broken by you, but then you came. My front was ready to guard me until you asked me that simple but yet so complex question I thought I was never going to hear from you. You asked me if I loved you. What was I supposed to say? Reality kicked in and all I saw was the pain that you put me through in the past, and that shit ain't never go away. And for some reason, somehow I still believe that there's a good person with a big heart in you. And it's hard for me to connect. I don't understand. I wasn't the one that you wanted to find, but yet for some reason, somehow we found each other in square one. I longed for you, but I have yet to figure out why I'm in need of you. But then I move forward with my life because you're not the one for me. But that's when my emotions get caught up and I start to think, well, maybe you can mold me like a shapeless cloud, explore me like a piece of land that has never been found, take me like a flight you've always wanted to catch. I'm your desire, the trip you want to make last for a lifetime. I'm your journey to love. Don't deny me, embrace me, take me in the moment when I became your fairy tale, when you became mine, because you were meant for me as we were meant to be. We are who we are because we made each other. Blah, blah, blah. And then I uttered bullshit. I can't say that we used each other because there was love in the air. I just can't explain what we were. Maybe a life lesson that needed to be learned, or a sign of hope that one can have a great time when it comes to the person that they truly love. We didn't have to work hard to find ourselves. We just had to work harder to keep the flames there. Passion couldn't even describe what we were. If you ask me, I say we were fire and we just burnt each other. Fairy tales, do they really last a lifetime? Is that happily ever after even really true? Who was around to even tell the story of the ever after if there was one? Man, reality stinks and it stings if you don't pay attention. It's like a whirlwind that captures you by surprise and you can't get caught up if you're not prepared to handle what's to come next. So just let me go. Let my heart drop. Let it sink within the quicksand, get lost within the wind. It is no longer your responsibility to pick me up off my feet from this burning floor that my anger fired up. I'm done. I'm walking away. So long, fast life. You can't satisfy me anymore.
Yo, wow.
Get outta
Welcome
here.
to Open
That was epic.
Minds. We hope to hear more from you. That was amazing.
Got more?
I have one more if it's okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. All right, this one is bilingual, and I will translate later if you guys need me to. All right, this one's called Virtual Love. Can you see me fine? I can't see you guys because I'm reading. Good, yes? Okay, I'm just gonna.
Yeah, we can see you. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we see you good.
Okay. Mi querido amor, I have yet to realize that you are truly the one for me. My experience in the past has put me in a pause from gravitating towards you. To write and express is just a process I go through when I have uploaded a mass file into my heart. I'm feeling as if I caught a virus because I seem to be moving slow. The warning signs pop up because my tower is so used to heartbreak and sorrow, so my antivirus decides that it wants to fight. Me estoy volviendo loca porque ni sé qué lenguaje te quiero hablar. I start to reboot, and you would think that there's a logical explanation and or a standard process to fix me, but in reality, it's your love that seems to be disconnecting me, and it's not that I don't want you to love me. You just might have to handle me with care and or maybe start a defragment to my system. My repeatedly broken heart and spirit can't seem to tell when one is genuine about their feelings. Don't give up on me. You might just have to restore me. Let your love and care revive me. Cariño, cuídame. Si reconoces que los sentimientos están ahí, ayúdame a comprender. Ayúdame a quererte. No lo arrepentirás. Te haría feliz después que invierte tiempo en mí. I feel restored every time we talk on the phone, but then as the days go by, without me speaking to you, my system seems to die down. My antivirus seems to weaken by the minute, and my confidence in us doesn't seem to foresee this. These feelings have grown towards you. I can start to feel my screensaver come on, and I'm starting to relax. Stroke my keyboard more than once so I can start to feel like you need me instead of wanting me for show. Allow me to be like your Mac instead of your PC. Start to brag about me like I'm the best thing. Show me the advertisement that I need to see in order to understand the amount of love you have for me. I want to be more than just your virtual love. I want to be more than just your virtual love. I want to be more than. I want to be more. I want to be. I want to. I want. System shut down. Thank you.
Woo, yo, that was so dope. I love the ending. Wow. Nice.
Thank you.
Nice.
That was really cool. That was really unique.
Yeah, that was a bad motherfucker there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thank you
real
so
talk.
much
That
for
was
coming through. We hope to see you again and again and again for sure. Welcome to the Open Minds family. All right, so coming up next, we got Mr. Throw It Off himself, E. Cole. He's gonna be featuring for us next Friday, so make sure y'all show up for that. I did send out an email blast of his little Christmas poem. If you're on the email list, you should have got that. So go ahead, E. Cole, if you want to get down on the get down.
What it do was good, was cracking with the business here. Like I was just told, I hope y'all enjoyed the Christmas present, the real Saint Dick poem, man. Y'all can use it however you want to use it, share it however you want to share it. That's what it's for, man. Magus, you helped me come up. You come up with my decision to do this poem for this first round. So I'm gonna do this one for the first round, and since I'm doing this, man, I got to bring a pot in, man. You ready this bag? You can't the second time. You can't hog the screen, homeboy. So my head people come in. You're gonna come in the first one, and then map it over with y'all for a second after this. So you ready to get on this show shit, man? Come on. What it do, everybody? This is one of my hazy adventures. I hope y'all enjoyed this as much as I enjoyed it. Pothead Pete. On a lovely green day, I was walking in my town, my waist, picking out the corn and my red hot chili peppers, picking the cranberries while enjoying a Pearl Jam, spread on hot buttery lemon biscuits. With each night, every step, I was in Nirvana. The moment was so sublime, no doubt. Everything was going all good until I started tripping Daisy with a white zombie. I was dancing with a blind male until I got the munchies and I turned cannibal corpse. I was an audio slave to Jane's addiction, flying high with stone temple pilots. All of a sudden, with a raise against the machine, I started smashing pumpkins and counting crows. But I didn't stop. I upped the ante with some crystal meth. And I swear I saw action change being harassed by the presidents of the USA. The visions had me so stirred, I tied a slip knot around my neck. Prayed my soul wouldn't be stuck in a wild nation. And after toasting my chemical romance and saying goodbye to my imagined dragons, I jumped into the hole of an eternal black poem.
Yeah, so dope, man.
That was my boy Pothead Pete. For the second round, I'm in here with you. I'm in y'all house. So y'all decide if y'all want me to give you something gutter, you want something dirty, or you just want to talk. And I'm
real talk. Real talk. I want to hear some real talk.
Yeah.
All right, I give it to you. Magus, I'm finishing up your portrait. I got your envelope. I already stated on your address right here. I'll be putting it in the mailbox either late tonight or early in the morning. Yes.
Thank you.
I'm a great host. I'm great founders. They got theirs. I just sent another one out. I just sent another one out just a couple of days ago. You guys just let me know it. Free of charge. This the only thing. This the only dope you got to pay for. You got to pay for this. The only dope everybody got to pay for. That's for sample pack. Y'all, everybody can get the sample pack dope. This is dope you got to pay for. If you want it, holler at me. I got you.
Yeah. He sent my wife and I both handwritten. He sat there and hand wrote a whole poetry book for us, man. And he sent us 2 copies. So much love to Eco for that, man.
Oh yeah, because you know, I'm married too. Yeah, I'm married too. I know, man. When you want your own, you don't want you want your own. You don't want you got your and I got mine. So I made it like this, so y'all don't even have to fight about it. You got your and I got mine. So that's how we gonna do it. I mean, I fucks with y'all the long way, man. So this is what it's for. It's for to get this out and share it with folks who want it. So I got that dope. You want that dope? Holler at me. I'm gonna give it to you.
So yeah, you gonna do another one for us real quick?
I sure can.
All right, let's go one more.
This one here, I mean, there's some names in here a lot of folks might not know. I just wrote this poem the other day, and this poem really, even though it sounds like I want to smoke, and I'm shooting at some of the poets that I admire, I'm really on the cool, just giving them their props in the best way I know how. So I call this getting at y'all. I'm not quite a poet yet, but I think I write pretty well. How can you tell? I got a clique of shooters watching you as you watch me spill a spill. My boy Chai told me to take off my red shirt, so I did just that. Came back and poetically pimp slapped his whole squad. I dressed in all black. Shout out to my boy Moody Beck, but I gotta let my pen attack that cat. You might be my brother, but since your pen leaked blood on my pad, I had to write your ass whooping with that. I'm a Voltron and one dude and all Thundercats combined. I'm a lyrically gifted brother that makes reality out an illusion to plug yourself into the shine. Created me a universe on the pad of the mind. It made y'all plant a flag with my name on it, all at the same time. I came from knee deep in the gutter, covering false perfections and grind. That's why I wrote this poem after pulling out, skeeting on all my competition in one line. Poem.
Yeah, Eco. That's all on music.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Hey, be sure to check out his feature next Friday. He's gonna blow all of us away with that one.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. I actually wrote 2 new pieces just for the feature. Yeah, I say, man, I got some shit for y'all, man. I got some shit for y'all. Y'all just, I'm finna fuck y'all head up. I told y'all I got that dope. I figure y'all all the dope next week. All kinds
Looking forward to it. I like my dope.
Yeah, buddy. All right, so coming up next, we got the beanie goddess herself. That's why I'm repping my beanie too. Well, who else? We got some beanies in the house. Beanies in the house. All right, let's all give it up for Deadpan Lizzie.
Yeah.
Lizzie.
Thank you.
Lizzie.
Thank you. I like the
Lizzie.
beanie. Looks good on you. I
Yeah.
like the beanie. Beanie got approved. I'm gonna share 2 pieces. The first one is 12 Pankus. It's called Queer Posterchild. A kitchen sink full of Skittles that make up a rainbow. Each of us on a journey to complete the soup without being tossed out as if we have an expiration date. Some may be sour and others sweet, but as we vogue through life, we must hide in the refrigerator until someone sees us as a healthful full meal, full of courses. Or do we only nominate one piece of candy to be the cherry on top of the rich ice cream sundae for dessert to melt too quickly into the bowl that could not enjoy one bite of life? Why must one soul be the siren? So it was 12 Pankus. And then my second piece is a micro poem. It's called Molecules. I love the feeling of Dove soap, that it washes away the physical dirt I have earned throughout time. The intoxicating smell of lavender drifting from the bar to my skin and back to the shower walls. That will always be cruelty-free. But what I do not love, it can never wash away fear. Thank you.
Wow, powerful.
Yeah, Lizzie, that's
I'll give it
great.
up for Deadpan Lizzie.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Glad
That
to
was
be here.
not
Thank you.
dead.
Deadpan Lizzie.
Thank you.
All right, so our next performer here, I believe it's her first time here too. I haven't seen her. I don't even know if I've seen her around any other open mics. So it's a pleasure to have her here. CC Miller, where did you disappear to? There she go. All right, so yeah, it's your first time here. Welcome to the Open Minds family. So let's all unmute for a moment and give CC Miller a big old welcome.
Yeah, CC Miller.
Woo-hoo. Let's
Okay.
go.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's awesome. Can I introduce you to my children first?
Absolutely.
This is my newborn. This is my firstborn.
Oh.
It's too bright for this light. She is called Oh So High, a collection of romance and revelation. And this is my middle child and my favorite because I'm a second born and I have a union. Second borns unite. I'm
second born too. Hey,
see, we don't get treated the same. We don't get the same.
We don't.
We don't get no pictures. Firstborns got pictures for blinking different. We don't get all that.
Yeah. Hey, and do me a favor, drop me some info where we can buy your books at, so I can include it into our link tree. So go ahead and drop that in the chat whenever you get a chance, and I'll make sure to include it, you know what I'm saying, so we can help support your children, you know.
Thank you. Thank you. The conception was hard, you know. 9 months, all that. Literally, they all three were born in 9 months. I had some things to say. So I think I'm gonna start with a love poem, just because I haven't heard one tonight. And sorry, I'm so late. This piece is called We, and it's in the newborn. We have dreams that don't act their age, smiles that don't care. When we're together, it's atomic, and when we're apart, we're together in thoughts that match like outfits we wear on our inside voices. So loud, I hear your LOL in my inner ear, even though you texted and I knew you meant it. Not unlike when you text that weird grimacing grin face. I know it means you're forcing it. Whatever I'm trying to get you to go along with, you really ain't feeling it. So I acquiesce and we do something different. It's cool. Because I probably didn't want to do that anyway. I mean, it's best we do that another day. Our textures fabricate tactile, playing with the fringes of our comfort zone because we both about that spiritual expansion, exponential growth. We tag team and push the envelope, our favorite game. In the name of all things good and happily ever after, like natural sympathies, a symphony made for infamy or eulogies, whichever comes first, but we flirt with forever. Foregoing all kinds of things that matter, but don't matter. A pattern of lost winks, because there's too much to lose if we lose that fight with sleep. When we say things we really don't mean. Like goodnight. When we say it for the 17th time, goodbye, because the minute we're out of one another's sights, we make excuses to question one another's minds. Like, I was just wondering, really absolutely useless nothings that mean I treasure you and you cherish me. Did you eat? As if I ever miss a meal. It feels good to miss you, though. Even as I kiss the neck of a nickname between us, knowing spoiled but not rotten is a delicate balance, a top spinning nonstop onward. You feel loyal to my dreams till you got my nightmares scared of your crosshairs. It seems I'm in the kind of trouble I like again for the first time. Cause my heart acts brand new around you. Like it ain't never let the silver light of the moon see through. Slivers I couldn't fill with anything less eclipsing than you. Anyway, you know what it is that you do. That's why you haven't asked me to fill the quiet in the 2.5 minutes, maybe 3, that I've stared at you in the talkative silence. Coy. Bashfully. We. Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you.
Yeah, incredible performance.
Sweet. Yeah.
DC Miller, welcome to the fam.
Thank you.
God
Second piece is in a baby that's not born yet. She's still incubating, and this be the last of the trilogy of the Also series, Also Woman. I told the publicist I need to take take my time with her because God did, and they still want it rushed. So I'm trying my best to get her done, but babies come when they get ready. So I'm pushing out what I can. This piece is called Arguing. While arguing with thunderheads for enforcing a curfew, I thought of you. You were something of a storm brewing, and I, like there was nothing better to do, thoroughly enjoyed chasing you. They think it rebellious that a lady would tell you this, but cowardice was a curse word when I was created. I unlearned the bad habit of shrinking back not long after your storms abated. What cumulus accumulated, arguments accompaniment to weather phenomena, brought strong gusts of fury, but that dissipated. I managed, ruminating over the damage, to put together a decent bit of serenity. I chase clouds back to your vicinity, swearing them to secrecy, because what we go on about is between them and me. I only want you to remember me, arguing with thunderheads, because I was never one to make it hard, but never one to give up and give in. The grievous gray looming doom and gloomy, and my Carolina blues don't do it for me. I like my blues more baby, less bullying. My clouds more like streamers of cotton candy, or bright white looms of cotton creating landings, heavenly, handing me gently the news of rain. Notwithstanding my tolerance for pain, not hovering over me harshly like what I have to say don't matter. Thunder hanging, striking with agitation is whether I weather like a challenge to accept, spit hand and shake on, throwing a tantrum. You're hardly the maelstrom to put fear in me. That's probably why I thought of you while arguing with thunderheads for enforcing a curfew, cutting short my sunshine unprovoked. No, I don't want rain checks, and I owe you no good here. All good gear, traction in my tread, and I don't skid. I hover, hydroplaning with a surface tension unbroken in my eyelids. That's why I think of you while arguing. Thunderheads. Thank you.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Can I just put my
Miller,
down
yeah.
the bottom for a minute?
Your delivery is sickness.
Fire.
For real, that delivery, the performance, yo, the content, like, oh, CC Miller, welcome to Open Minds. We hope to see more of you and hear more of you. And yeah, I'll add you to the link tree so we can get support them babies. My wife just came over to me and said we need to make her a little stroller to put her books in.
I'll take it. I'll take it. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you for being here. Blessed. All right, so coming up next, we got Mattie, aka Baby. Let's all give it up for Mattie.
Mattie. Yeah.
Hi. Hi. Hello, everybody. Today was the day that I printed out the first draft of my book, and in doing so, I found 300 more pages of unfinished poems. So I decided today I'm going to read you guys unfinished poems that have not been edited or looked at until today. A lot of them are little pieces, so let me see what time is it. Okay, I have 5 minutes. So a lot of these don't make shit sense, so I'm just going to share because I'm trying to let go of my perfectionism and just do it. So first one's called Funeral for a Dog That I Saw Get Hit by a Car on the Highway back in Maui and Couldn't Save After Sprinting Down the country asphalt when the second and the third car came, and a kind local man pulled over and slit the dog's throat for me because I couldn't talk and I was nonverbal and couldn't call the police. This is a list of things that I buried with for a memorial for this dog. Vetiver to pacify harmful thoughts, garlic for protection from evil, pine cone, Sanskrit necklace, found items to share my joy, gray rocks to stop evil, the color of his fur, a poem, a lei to welcome him home, a tin can full of things, prayers for his soul, a flower inside for change, rocks from Hawaii, where you were born and where you died, the land where you walked, $7 for good luck and wealth in Valhalla, poured one out for you on top of that, obsidian to cut ties from what hurt you, from what hurt me, from seeing you die, cutting your ties from earth to allow you to pass on and now wander here, and an antler because we do not die. Next one called Shadows.
Wow.
This is about my mom. You've told me so many times now to cherish my youth. You say time is an unforgiving artist, painting lines into a smooth landscape, carving valleys out of smiles. You say time tends to be unkind, cruel sometimes, often. You tell me, I see photos of when I was young and I wish I knew. Sounds to me like wrinkles, paint a porcelain skin, a slimmer frame, the scars that would come to belong to you. You say, if I could go back in time, I would smile less often to avoid these shadows around my eyes. I have a few more. This is, I don't think I have even read this one to myself. Stop my car on the side of the road and someone stops beside me. Small road, so she waits instead of going around. I signal her it's okay, and she goes. Hale's house, music playing too loud. It's midnight or 4 and he's in the garage as usual. He comes inside and I hide, makes himself coffee, asks me when I will start to get better. And I say, I'm working on it. TMS and meds and stuff. He says, when will it start? I say, I'm already doing it. Why does everyone ask that? Carnival ride in a circle in Jack's backyard, break apart wood. Emmett couldn't do it. I did. I said I could finally end it. Andrew Cole, the neighbor, followed me. He asked if I know him and if I wanted to talk. I laughed. How much time do you have? A lot, he says. Emily Higgins is the girl my brother was in love with in 6th grade, and she's wearing a bathing suit that looks like 7th grade. And I tell her it's familiar, and she gets tongue-tied and she giggles and says it's too girly and leaves. I drove all around Wilmette. It's not that Jack didn't do it good enough. It's just that he was too late. I've been in years of therapy, past the Johnson's house, our neighbor on the other side of town, up the hill, where I wrote 4 chapters of the same book, and they all looked the same: on revival, in revival, of revival, at revival, be revival. I had written these books before, a series of them, maybe 8. I opened a book at the bookstore somewhere else now, a series of 8 books about a teenage girl, more than a book, they said. Start reading. Immediately sucked my thumb into a different world where a girl is reading me the note, but it's still like I'm reading it and she's cornering me, and this is a dream. And the note opens again and again, getting longer and longer. It turns into clothes. It turns into the game that we play with folded paper in 4th grade. She says, I can put them on without seeing what they say or read them. She says, some decide later because they have more life to live. Once you take the tag out the shirt, it becomes a part of you and you can't take it off. She goes behind me and says that this is going to hurt and pulls the tag out, but the shirt is now my skin. And she rips a hole in my skin and I start emptying while I become what the shirt says. And I read it now. I'm ready. It says, this music, this screaming, this bleeding guitar, the screams get louder as I can't read anymore. I am the thing I've become. The book overwhelms me. The book buys me, or like you break it, you buy it. And I want it like a drug experience, flipping through the pages. I live in this bookstore and survive on other people's stories.
Wow.
Wow, get out of here.
You can't say that's an incomplete poem no more.
That's incredible, Mattie. You're always.
You can't say that's an incomplete poem no more. You can't tell us it's incomplete. Yeah, you can't get away with that. That's a complete poem.
It's all right. So coming up next, we got Carmen Gill. Let's all give it up for Carmen Gill.
Carmen.
Thank you. This is a freestyle actually inspired by Maze. I don't know if I heard the line right, but it was like, your thighs are wasting my precious time. So I wrote a freestyle after I heard that. Those legs, chicken legs, holding you up as you thrusted your love into me, endlessly trying to make me believe that your words of love actually meant something. These thunder dives that squeezed every ounce out, wanting to create a feeling I knew I would never feel. Now when I lay in bed, the thoughts, they begin to creep up the silk of my legs, the chokehold on my lips that do not kiss and tell, fingertips brushing luscious thighs that cause the quake to make you sigh. While it made a wicked smile bless my lips, yeah, you remember those thighs? See, they never wasted your time. Every time they landed on you and brushed the softness of my love, you wanted all of my time, all of my love to drip down that impressive dick that I wanted to be taken as prisoner for crimes of making me stigmatized. While my thighs did not waste your time. Like the endless line of the DMV that's worse than the Black Friday line, these thighs that bless that bed of yours did nothing but make me become the one that got away. Years later, still having you creep into my DMs and never in between my thighs. Even though you were a swimmer, you could not handle the depth of the sea that slipped past both sets of lips, whether shown in drips or words. Regardless of the visual laid upon that bed, your hands could not touch me. Like a sculptor, knowing every single fold. Your tongue did not know what to do with this cuisine that dripped from both sets of lips. After endless drip of love down my thighs, and never from lips, those chicken legs that hold just equally small thighs surely wasted my time. Thank you.
Yeah.
Wow.
Woo. Get it, Carmen. So dope, man. I
Thighs
love how
save
you hear
lives,
Alana
amen.
just ran
Carmen.
That is
like
dope.
during the event,
Yeah.
man.
That's
It's so
Switching back
dope.
and forth between the thick thighs and the chicken legs, like and coming back with the chicken legs, like super dope, super dope.
Yeah.
She's so good,
Big
man.
thighs save lives, amen.
If you want, we could squeeze you in another quick one.
Sure. I have a short one from the prompt that Tom had in the very beginning called American. It's a freestyle as well.
Right.
A dream sold to us to keep this country running. If you just go through school, the endless teaching of what's right and wrong, to only leave with not learning. Life skills being taught on the clock app and not by those in buildings, since they can only follow the agenda of money for test words. Keep this country running on Dunkin' and Donuts and coffee, ammo and killings, rules and regulations. The dream sold of degrees led to debt and better jobs, and yet here we are struggling. Even though we have more knowledge than the CEO running the company, who can't even log onto his company website because he can't code. What a joke. A nightmare that's worse than any trip, yet people come here to find this land to chase an American dream when in reality, it is an American. Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was from one of our
Writing game.
yeah, one of our writing games from one of the first open mics we had, man. She's been coming since like the very beginning, and we used to do writing games at the end. It was dope.
That's beautiful. Yeah.
All right, is it
All right, so
time for D?
yeah, we got coming up next here, we got Dee Allen. So Dee Allen, if you'd like, you can go ahead and share screen and spit a poem for us.
I'm dedicating my portion of tonight's open mic to our very own Magus, Mr. Gustav Salas. And the two poems I'll be doing tonight come from my second book, Unwritten Law, Poems, 1994 to 2011.
I own it. I own it.
And to assist me in this endeavor, I'm going to use the share screen feature. Now, I ask y'all to ride with me on this. And this is the title poem. Unwritten Law. The only protocol cops follow won't be found in law books, and that protocol happens to be the only good cop that lives is a bad cop who keeps his mouth shut. Thrown to the wall and handcuffed with insurmountable force, you question the physical harshness used against you. Swung club to the spine, swung fist to the eye, and random pounds and kicks were your only response. Curbside justice, badge and a gun, eyes full of hatred. 5-on-1, unwarranted search, unwilling pawn, in a game of pinata where in lieu of a paper beast, a human ribcage gets smashed. I ain't done yet, y'all. Dick brain, domineering depraved, volunteer gun running, drug selling slave, protector, uniform fool, aggressor, rich man's tool. Which of these portrayals best fit he who circumvents the law he's sworn to uphold, the policeman or sheriff? All. Somewhere tonight, the unwritten law of brutality and hate will be carried out on unarmed innocents, on any one of us, tasting the pain born from arrogance, fascist grace, under a red, blue, red, blue, red, blue, red, blue squad car light club. The only good cop that lives is a bad cop who keeps his mouth shut, or so they say. And that first poem was the title poem to Unwritten Law. And the last poem will be on that same tip. So I'm going to use the share screen feature one more time.
Yeah.
This one closes out the book, and it's one of my personal favorites. This is called Requiescant. Let them rest in their pine wood beds with silken interiors. Let them rest once the last orchid is laid down, the last eulogy is uttered, the last prayer is said, the bugler blows taps in slow, mournful notes. Mourners' heads lowered out of respect. 21 rifles blast in unison the final homage. Let them rest 6 feet below, their mourners dressed in blues or blacks. Let them rest soundly beneath headstones and green grass. Let them rest, recipients of the silver star. Let them rest, former wearers of the silver badge. Let them rest, enforcers of law and order. Let them rest, those killed in the line of duty. Let them rest, those who killed without provocation, unpunished. Let them rest, those who turned children into orphans, made widows out of women, destroyed families across society. Let them rest, those who terrorized whole communities further down the poverty line. Let them rest, trained liars on the witness stand in any given courtroom. Let them rest, writers of arrest reports. Let them rest, falsehoods over falsehoods. Let them rest, enforcers of hate. My friend was correct when he wrote, "The night riders are back, only this time they're not wearing white hoods and carrying burning crosses." Let them rest, far from their stations, vans, and squad cars. Let them rest, torturers of citizens. Let them rest, abusers of steroids. Let them rest, overpaid abusers of power. Let them rest, far from the notice of everyone else. They're doing society the ultimate favor. Let them rest. Let them rest. Let them rest. Decompose, rot, let them stay dead. Far as I'm concerned, the only good cops usually are.
Yeah, Dee. Powerful.
And that last poem was called Requiescant, which is a Latin word meaning let them rest. And both poems come from my second book, Unwritten Law, still available from Poe Press. From this mic to your ears, I'm Dee Allen. Thanks for listening. Fight the war on racism on all fronts. FT.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dee Allen. Yeah.
We love you.
Yes, sir. Let them rest.
Yeah.
Let them rest.
Wow.
Right.
That was powerful, D.
All right. So Danny Boca was here just to watch, but he got so inspired by the energy of this room that he asked if he could read a poem. So let's all, I know he's new here too, so let's all give a big open minds, open arm welcome to Dan Iboka.
Dan Iboka, yeah.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
Welcome, buddy, welcome.
I'm just gonna fanboy a bit because like I basically ended here through like a process of like the most random like selections. I just went and just started like registering for like events, like writers events and such and such. I'm 23, like Lantern. I live in London as well, Northampton actually. So 1 hour to London, 1 hour drive to London. I started course in journalism, but my focus is in like fiction and writing. And so like I've been really inspired. Like I've always known that words matter, but somehow I always find myself in circles where people are of the contrary. But like I finally found a group that I feel share that same philosophy. So it's really, yeah. I'll just play my role and read one poem and not take everyone's time. I just have one. It's really short. It goes, it says, my heart is made from aromatic jewels with all the ephemeral colors of bird feathers. Disrobe the theater to reveal the tension wires, durable like pirate years, sprung up like whale teeth, elastic as time. On this stage, I would build the word, and the gates of hell will never prevail. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Open mind.
That opening line though.
Yeah. Yo, we hope you come back, man. We hope that we inspired you to come back and to keep writing. We would love to see more of you. Welcome to the Open Minds family, brother.
Yeah.
All right, with that being said, I got two little short pieces I want to do right before we let CP Mays do his second feature. And it's just because I got inspired as well. Dee Allen inspired me to read this. I wrote this when I was like 15, and it's about being wrongfully accused. I watched this documentary. This guy spent like 38 years in prison, and DNA evidence came out that proved he was innocent. He always proclaimed his innocence, and they set him out. And I'm like, man, 38 years in prison for something you didn't do. So I've been wrongfully accused. I'm sure many of y'all have. And so I wrote this one. It's called Officer, Please. Excuse me, officer, please. Can you lift me from my knees? Take the cold steel shackles off my hand. I'm a human too. Stop feeding me these commands. Now try, really fucking try to look me in my eyes. Can you not see the pain I hide? The innocence leaking from my pores? Or are you blinded by the corruption and brutality that has owned many lives before? So I'll ask again, please. Cease to question my resistance. Give me a chance to speak and prove my innocence. Or are your superior ears too good to hear my cries? Or maybe it's just me, muzzled by stereotypes and corrupted lies based on people who live life like mine. So I'll ask you, officer, one more time. Please delete my guilty image from your mind. Thank you.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh,
You gotta post that one. You gotta post it in some kind of way, man. Real talk.
Yeah.
That's dope.
For
That's
sure.
dope.
And then to bring this one in and to kind of honor CP Mays being a Marine and all, I felt like, I don't know, I was a Marine in a past life, and I channeled this one time. It just kind of came through. It's called the 42 Strong. Blood-stained sandbag castle naps. Flashbacks of exploding claymore caps. 42 faceless soldiers strapped with heavy metal ready to react. Fragmented bones and brain matter baths. Cries of the wounded flooding out the gunshot lullabies. Infectious rage helping troops to prolong their demise. Cutthroat mentality allowing the strong to survive. Gotta keep moving. Dry rotted wounds aching. 3 golf ball sized bullet holes making it hard to keep moving. Gotta keep moving. Sharp shrapnel piercing, dull matter bruising. Ricocheted lead ripping, blood oozing. Breathless bombs leaving towns demolished. Flamethrowers leaving skulls polished. Savage mind, blood, hate, and death. 42 faceless soldiers leaving nothing left. Thank you.
Appreciate that. Wow.
And so without further ado, we got the Thunder God himself, CP Mays. If you want to go ahead and start us off with your second feature, let's all give it up for CP Mays.
CP Mays. I'm excited for that. Yeah.
Jay.
So this second half, I'm gonna ride with your energy and let's see where we go. 2 tours, 2 sea service deployment ribbons, Armed Forces Expeditionary Medal, NATO Medal, Good Conduct Medal, Armed Forces Service Medal, Certificate of Commendation, Meritorious Commendation, Rifle Expert Shooting Badge. 3 of my band of brothers never made it home alive. Another, a failed suicide attempt. 2 murder trials. Hashtag, mouth of a Marine. Hashtag, Marine Corps made. Hashtag, PTSD. Hashtag, pin named me. Hashtag, CP Mays. Have you ever made a goddess bite her lip? Made splinters jump off the cross through his wrist. Made from a carpenter's son's last supper's toothpicks, I am the razor blade that razor blades shave with. Hashtag mouth of a Marine. Hashtag Marine Corps made. I'm a thunderstorm. I'm a tornado. I'm a category high 5 God. I'm a Marine. I'm a motherfucking hurricane. I'm an I don't give a good goddamn trapped in an I don't give a fuck's body. Tell the mirror to tell darkness that last year I just couldn't afford God's light bill. Stop fist fighting lightning over lightning maze. Stop misplacing your prescription shot glasses maze. Stop doing donuts, tipsy drunk around her halo maze, and stop playing with your penis as if it's a piñata a pretty girl can knock the candy right out of. Make no mistake, her matchstick mouth's beautiful, as if it's a second chance in a second language to speak liquid, sexy skin fluidly. Hey, hashtag, I hung my halo on the coat rack in her smile and begged vocal cords in her heartstring session skin to sweat me a symphony. Oh, believe me, beautiful, I've left cave paintings inside the walls of women and walked away from them with whiskey on my breath and water turned into wine in my liver. All of our former lives held their lighter fluid hands together as they burned bridges and flags in our name. Fresh kept razors, kept in medicine cabinets, kept open doors above your wrist, kept ashtrays filled with charred cigarette butts, filled with cute, stoner, half lipstick stained joints, empty high-end beer bottles on the kitchen counter, and 4-stained Malbec and Merlot wine glasses, just laying there, fetal position in the kitchen sink.
Go, bruh.
Bro, that line though, man. That
What I got.
razor blade shave with.
Yo,
Yo, I think 4 people shouted that line out, man.
Appreciate
Wow.
y'all, man. Like, I really do appreciate y'all. Like, y'all actually listen to the words. And as a writer, you know, that means the world to us.
Yo, because we're all poets
That's
here,
why I
man. and
put
we
my
respect
pen
what you
down,
do.
CP.
Let's go. It's called Most Gods Are Lonely Drunks. Bending ears into the atmospheric of allegory just to listen to comets tall tell their own tales. Most gods are lonely drunks, sitting at bar stools like they're piano benches, screaming, "Help me out," was an orchestra of shot glasses, singing songs that the sprung ankles of angels would ever know. Half-empty beer bottles began belting ballads for broken toes of ballerinas that will never learn how to re-dance again. The house lights drove their ghosts across sticky dance floors where I sat watching, and I prefer to be remembered. Slow dance with the no matter what, I will. A couple of why won't you kiss me's, well, waltzing love is just an excuse to get hurt across each other's tongue. And yo, Sexy was too drunk to realize that she was dressed like a whore. The jukebox was patiently waiting to show her the DJ. Someone's iPhone just went missing. A vodka and cranberry damn near choked to death on an ice cube. Dreams too drunk off of disappointment start flushing themselves down the toilet of I'm done. Cupids doing lines of coke in the women's bathroom again. Madness never made any excuses for myself, so my imagination is running reckless again. By the time the end of the night, the sideline of I did my best to keep my head will be what's substance use anymore. Some things you lose, you don't get back. Was arguing with the don't keep me guessing as to whether or not a don't keep me waiting was making a plan to love me. A patio of roughhousing frat boys. Probably were playing beer pong for push-ups. Horseshoes stolen from the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse were being tossed around for entertainment. The dartboards were all laughing at the cute girls who can't seem to get their throw straight, while several underage lesbians with fake driver's licenses fumbled their way over into an empty pool table, flagging down a waitress. They ordered 5 apple martinis, 10 buttery nipple shots, change for a 20, all in quarters. And by night's end, they hustled 3 pool sharks out of their money, gold chains, watches, ignorances, and their fucking pride. Gotta have a parachute. A mom I like to love is at the end of the bar. She's ordering me a Maker's Mark on the rocks. She also left me a lipstick kiss folded up napkin with her telephone number on it. No name, just the telephone number. A bunch of blue-collar construction workers just walked in and ordered 5 pitchers of Budweiser. They smell like long days, biased divorce courts, child support payments, and school clothes. Cigarette butts were cremating themselves in ashtrays all around us, passing out insults like compliments. An angry drunk is about to pick a fight with an even angrier alcoholic sitting next to him. I really hope he doesn't. I really hope he doesn't. I really hope he shuts his mouth. For last week, I watched this same angry alcoholic call on God just to cuss Christ the fuck out. He once cracked his own 4th and 5th ribs open just to confirm that his beating heart broken was still in there. The last time he was happy was midnight, half an hour ago, when a transvestite hooker gave his standing ovation a hand job for half price. He keeps a weathered, worn creased, tattered fractured picture of his high school sweetheart on prom night in the folds of his warm wallet of why worry about worthy women anymore. That angry drunks taking a beer shit in the handicap stall in the gentleman's bathroom. The even angrier alcoholic is upset that the bathroom stalls are stocked with toilet paper but no paper towels to dry his hands on. One of the blue-collar workers is working himself into a bar about to close frenzy because sobriety pickpocketed his set of keys in the name of safe driving. A flock of giggling limber ladies stumble drunk around another loser who will cover their bar tabs, not knowing he will never get a chance to tap any ass by the end of the night. The missing iPhone was found. The jukebox eventually showed up the DJ. And in an attempt to tip the scales of my I'm worthy of leaving, my one day, you'll walk away from this shit to shut up and stop complaining, because my madness never made any excuses for myself. So it's okay that in the negligee of this nightscape, my imagination ran reckless again.
Yeah.
CP, man.
I'll go Mace Favor.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you ain't Mace Favor no more. Doggone CP.
Oh man.
I got 2 more and maybe a third if we have time. This one is called
Bring it on, buddy.
For Jane. The dog didn't eat your homework, but the poverty line did. I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry there's an honest truth to be trusted in as much as Jesus Christ trusted in God. You went from Thunderbird to Tennyson, back to Thunderbird, from paternity test to paternity test. Spent more time with Yeshua when you should have been 401k hustling. Also, amen, shuffling resumes on careerbuilder.com. Meet God halfway, some would say. I say riding shotgun with your religion sometimes comes with an expensive car note. Pay what you weigh for peace. You pray it be paved in your everyday passion, Jane. You were born with a pulse full of it. Dropped out of college with a pocket full of cancerous problems. You ovarian heroin. Hard times, heavy heart beating you to hell. You still held up heaven when your massive tears left your neck too weak to walk upright with a thrift store's halo. You are baked dinner chicken in foil paper for your family. Fabulous 5'4" brunette with brown eyes. Our soul spoke over flu shots on the 6th floor inside this veterans hospital. Miracles are the only meds the Messiah issued us at that moment. And Jane, I'm not sorry for that. But between the both of us, maybe we can muster up enough change to rewire, reset, receipts, and return policies for all of those reoccurring nightmares in our brain. Jane, passion and pain, I was also born with a pulse full of it. Post-traumatic stress disorders and survivor's guilt. I have a firecracker fist fight for a heart. A sincere fuck you that I can't edit embedded inside my Marine Corps reasoning. Whatever forced me into giving up riding shotgun, force me into forgiving now. It's Nirvana or go nuclear. I'm made mostly out of pipe bombs and barrels of gasoline. Made mostly out of mushroom clouds and fluent second finger sign languages. We've been praying for life and paying for life so long that we all can't really afford to die anymore. Miracles are the only meds the Messiah issued us at that moment. And Jane, I'm not sorry for that.
I hate you with love.
Damn, dude.
Oh man.
Wow.
Hey.
You into poetry like you in combat too.
For real. He goes here to the open mic like he's still in combat, man. He's fighting that mic, boy. Hey, and he's winning.
My man is
Fighting and winning.
CP Mays, man. Much respect. Salute.
And that was like a poem I never read like at an open mic. So thank y'all for the feedback. That's super dope. And it's unfinished.
Yo, you crushed it.
Okay. For all of us, you will never be able to buy me, but you can for damn sure borrow the bottom lines of these middle flip fingers. I can finance you 2 fuck yous at a hallelujah high interest rated all of us in this open mic as a force to be fucking reckoned with. The year 2006, too rich with character to be bought by anyone. A cluster of 20-something low self-esteems. A bunch of balancing act basket cases. We lubricated our longing for self-love by throwing back shot after shot of asphalt elixir, self-medicating mixtures of hydrocodone, pain pills, codeine, X pills, beer mixed with liquor, mushrooms mixed with dry cereal. Listen to me carefully, motherfucker. I said we couldn't be bought by anyone. We rented out rooms in lions' dens without paying rent, furnished figurative language with cigarette butts, and stranger, best believe you're goddamn beautiful. Professors were dumbfounded by our use of diction, viewed pimping promoters the way we view pimping preachers and pastors as nothing more than a buffet's collection plate of bastards. Don't you dare ask us if we believe in God. We know him personally. Feel free to ask him. Go ahead, ask him. Ask God how often, if ever, he's ever forgotten not to believe in us. Do you know how many meals I missed? Solely surviving off the words I spit. Too often, cracking smiles like peekaboo coffins, dreams like nightmares, raising up the dead. Pardon me, but I'm the people posted up on my tongue. But won't someone turn up the music in my head? I've forgotten which one sounds like God, y'all. Where were you when you last attended funeral services for your dreams, wrapped in unemployment sections of newspapers. I'd rather punch a clock before slapping a snooze button. Dare a cap to cardiac arrest me for heart beating up time. They're a ghost, slanging dope in your childhood. Pickpockets rocking your ambition from right underneath your nose. Fiends, crackheads, junkies are dying to tell you love is the very first ever gateway drug, but you won't listen because the music's too loud. In the house pity party that's in your head, your rib cage, it's a hole in the wall with your heart lays in fetal position. The lifelines in your hands are really frayed loose nooses of where what you hold on to just dies from. Accidentally falling in love with yourself. It's trying to blackmail you again. It doesn't want you to run circles around your halo as if you always just hit a home run. During our hangout late night sessions, we had killers, convicts holding conversations with tenured professors and religious studies theologians. We were anthropologists and fashion majors, high school teachers and sign language interpreters, self-employed businessmen and double majoring college graduates. We were restaurant waiters and servers and busboys and barbacks. We were 3 a.m. late night drummer boys and left-handed guitar players, tap dancers and interpretive dancers and sultry soul singers. We were hippies and graphic design artists. We were classically trained in the piano and ballet dancers. We graduated from the Juilliard School of Music and the Juilliard School of Dance. We were exercise physiologists and part-time psychologists. Once a Marine, always a Marine. I am a coterie addiction, defying a heaven of a hallelujah of a hot wire act. We were concrete killers of catharsis, the cement mixture killers of the page, the word art hidden in the word heart. The motherfucker, we couldn't be bought by anyone.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like
You better
forcing
get up
myself
out
to
that
make
seat,
noises
boy.
out loud because I'm just like stunned. I'm like making myself say like that was fucking awesome, but really like I'm just stunned into silence. It's so good.
Like, yo, hey, he
Listen,
just
P, I
jumped
just
up
want
and
to
pushed
fuck
the
up
chair
game.
back,
That's
bro,
another
and just started
dimension.
going in, bro. Like, oh,
That's
that's
another
Listen,
dimension.
P, I just want to soak up game from you,
oh,
man.
that's what you see the flyer made for him. Ah,
Your
like,
dimension
oh.
is is something else, man. I don't know what you saw out there, but whatever you saw and what it planted inside of you, thank you.
And the way that he took it and is now turned it into such creative beauty.
Yes.
You know,
it's
oh.
just insane. Like it's just like
is,
it's like when you speak, like it's like this. It's like someone consistently like shocking you, trying to wake you up. You know, like like the whole time through. It's just salute.
For real, man.
Much
I
love.
gotta,
Much
I have to see this live again. I have
Yes.
to see you on stage live again.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
That'll be an experience in a.
I figured I would end with that poem, but I'm like, fuck it. Can someone give me an emotion and a color? Let's freestyle a fucking poem and create one.
All right. All right, how about this? Yeah, purple and unity.
Purple and unity. Purple and unity. Purple and unity. Purple and unity. There was something about the way you would take a baseball bat to my bad dreams, leave the bruises, blue and purple. It was a favorite color of yours in your crayon box. It was 8 crayons. Purple was your favorite girlfriend. Blue was the bugle boy that left you alone. I don't understand sometimes how I like to get bent, sit sideways and dream about another place I can walk on water. I got concrete shoes and I refuse to die alone. Sometimes when I feel like fist fighting with the shadow, I tell myself, Maze, when you write your poems, you always pick fights with yourself. So that way, win or lose, Maze, you're gonna goddamn win and lose. So that's what I do. When I pick up a pen, I blink the fuck out. What's the fucking emotion? I forgot the emotion.
Unity.
Unity.
So when I bounce back and I break myself in half, there's something about the unity of my rib cage protecting my heart, the unity of the blood vessels and the arteries, the beauty of the heartbeat beating. When your heart beating is high off amphetamines and heroin and crack cocaine, and you're huffing gas and doing fucking drugs, and you're living so bent. I got bent off mushrooms so heavy one night, I learned when you're sitting on shrooms, never look in the mirror at yourself. It'll fuck your head up.
Never.
The unity of all of us coming together, it's rare, y'all. We trail from city to city, voice to voice, time frame to time frame. We're in the fucking UK and Africa, and we're still beating like our words can come after you. I don't know if you want to run away from yourself and tell your shadow, I'm gonna fucking tackle you. If you want to keep coming at me, you're gonna know that I'm willing to die for my words, like I'm willing to die for my verbs. I'm willing to get it on and get it on now for all of my fucking nouns. I'm literally speaking. My similes are so fucking sexy. My metaphors are made, men. You know the unity that exists between two hands clapping. It's like that same sound of lightning crack. You all are lightning cracks in the same thunderstorm. And that's why we have purple unity. Freestyle.
Woo, boy! Yo, give it up for CP, man.
That was dope.
Amazing.
That was dope. That was
So
incredible.
I'm just gonna put my pen down to soak up your game, man. I'm done.
Incredible.
I'm not writing. I'm just gonna soak up game.
But you got that dope. Like, you got that free pack. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
You
we
got
got
that free
dope,
pack.
man.
That's that dope. That's that dope. That's that straight to the dome dope. That don't. Yeah. Instant high dope.
I just wanted to let y'all know I'm bad at promoting myself. I have 2 albums. I'm working on my manuscript right now. My first album is called Asylum Poet. It's more of a free giveaway if you get the second album, which is Dismantled Machine Gun. Yeah, so get at me at CP Maze. I got to take a fucking exam before 11:59 tonight. So I had to get it in here.
We love you.
Work all this magic. I wish I could hear the second round, but I'll look for it on YouTube. And remember,
buddy.
guys, we're all purple. Unity.
Yeah.
Bye, Maze.
Yeah.
Man, good luck on that exam.
Love
man.
you, bro.
Good luck on your exam.
You got
Thank
this.
you.
You got this. Don't mess this up, Maze. Pass.
Stay inspired. Stay inspired. Thank you for that.